Hi, welcome to Blade and Brush, everyone. I'm Mike, your wet shaver, back with another video. And as you can see from the thumbnail, Dr. John's Black Label Soap, a nice Monday shave after 4th of July, which unfortunately was, a little bit rainy towards the end and way too loud. My aunt's poor dog was cowering in the basement because people insisted on sending out their fireworks in the neighborhood. It's like, dude, you've got fireworks shows downtown. Little courtesy. Speaking of fireworks, the ones down in D.C. ended up getting rained out. It's like, did no one think to check the weather report, like, at all? Oh, wow. And then some guy in a parachute caught the American flag on a tree and had a bit of a rough landing. From what I understand, the guy wasn't seriously hurt, but wow. And then one of the stages where dancers were dancing, some big piece of equipment fell down and hit the place. Again, nobody hurt, but wow. Some pretty weird stuff going on. Preventable stuff, but yeah, wow. But yeah, we are finally out of the heat wave that we had for the past 10 days. So now it's like in the high 70s, I think, something like that. Still kind of rainy outside. So guys who normally would be doing construction work on the back deck, because we had some guys come out about a week or it was either a week ago or, yeah, I think it was a week ago. They came by and had to start, I guess. So, but rain and holiday, obviously they're not here. So probably they'll stop by later on in the week. But, hey, stuff happens. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started here because, I'm just rambling on and on. Yeah, I haven't used Dr. John's in a while, so I figured I'd go ahead and shave with that. But yeah, the 4th of July festivities just came off. It's rather a bit weak, considering, we've been around as a country for a quarter millennium now. You'd think we wouldn't have had such a disappointing anniversary, but it seems like just everything has just gone downhill. I can list you the reasons why, but I'm not going to go ahead and talk about all of them because, people don't like that on their shaving channels, and frankly, I talk about that enough in other venues. So it just feels like this is something that could have been planned ahead a little bit more, because when you've got a once in a lifetime opportunity, like 250 years, you want to make sure that everything goes off without a hitch, and if you don't even check the weather report to see if you're going to be able to shoot off fireworks at night. And the fireworks came from the sky, literally, because the lightning was hitting everything. That's just rank amateur stuff. It's like I was only 2 years old when we had the bicentennial, but even that went off without a hitch. But 50 years later, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? Hey, oh well, life goes on. I've been watching the Ken Burns documentary about the Revolutionary War. I mean, Ken Burns is really awesome, though. I mean, I love his documentaries. They can be a little boring in areas, but I found they're very informative. I love historical documentaries in particular. I loved his documentary on the Roosevelts. There was also the Civil War. I think he did one on the Civil War. I don't remember, actually. I think he did one on baseball, maybe. Or maybe I'm thinking something else. I don't know, maybe that was Field of Dreams. Who knows? But back in the 90s, when the History Channel first got started, Kenny Rogers did this docu-series on the Old West that went as a companion to a leather-bound book series from Time Life Books. And I have a couple of those leather-bound issues. They're really more historical magazines bound up in leather. It was still pretty good, though. But yeah, having Kenny Rogers host and narrate. And I actually got a complete series, mostly at Half Price Books, but also at other venues as well. But Time Life also came out with this thing in the 1980s called the Enchanted World series. And Vincent Price did the commercials. At the time, he was hosting PBS's Mystery. In fact, you could probably look up the commercials on YouTube or something. I'm sure somebody's uploaded them. Maybe check out the Internet Archive. Man, one of the neighbor's dogs is going off on someone or something. Actually, it sounds like more than one dog. By the way, this is my Mule R89, Mule R89. Pretty sure it's the 89. Might be the 86. I don't know. My brain is short circuiting. I can hear the rain bouncing off the roof, so it must be raining again. I'm going to be heading out to run some errands after I get done here, so... Oh well, just take my raincoat. Yeah, that's pass number 1 completed. I got some lather on my chest. I'm just dripping it everywhere. Oh well. One of the hazards of applying lather is that if it's runny enough, it'll start dripping places. Oh yeah, rain's coming down heavier. Look at me, I'm the old man in the mountain. Sorry, I just gotta look at myself in the view screen. You know, with a lot of my discontinued shave products, I tend to be a little more frugal about using them. Because once they're gone, they're gone. I think I remember reading somewhere on one of the shave forums that Tabac is no longer selling the refill pucks. You have to get the shave jar every time you want to buy the soap, which is stupid. Fortunately, I have a number of refill pucks already. Oh, wow. That rain is really coming down now. I don't know if you can hear it on my phone microphone. But yeah, it is really coming down. But yeah, one of the perks of being so frugal with my discontinued soaps, which Dr. John's is that the scent doesn't fade quite as quickly because they've got it covered. And you're not uncovering it on a daily basis. But I do like a nice pipe tobacco scented shave soap or shave cream. But yeah, this one has some undernotes of strawberry and lavender. Dr. John's did have a gold label that was also pipe tobacco scented, but without the underlying fruit notes. And unfortunately, I missed getting that. I had planned on it. But at the time I was trying to save money and couldn't really spend more than I could allow myself. This is about 8 years ago now. And now for the touch-ups. Yeah, caught myself right there. It's me being careless. I don't think that's going to be a weeper. Yep, usual spot. Yeah, man, that carries just like to go in all different directions. So it ends up being the trickiest spot on my shaving area. Yeah, I do wish Dr. Johns would come back in some form or another, because I really remember liking their scent profiles, and I always meant to try out more of them. I have no regrets about the ones that I did get, but around Halloween they released the ones that had the scent profiles that match like the Universal Monsters. I think they even had labels that reflected them too. And you know, I probably should have applied some witch hazel and alum. Better late than never. Getting a little bit of feedback. Not much, but I don't know if I can feel it. Yeah, the blade is a Polsilver Super Iridium, one of the Russian-made ones before all the nonsense started happening overseas. But they do have a very good quality control over at the St. Petersburg plant. And my favorite blade brand out of that plant was the Astra Superior Platinum. In fact, I still have a couple of boxes of those that I want to start using up once I've gotten this down. But the company that used to manufacture the Astras restarted a couple of blade lines. I don't know if they're still doing it, but one is like Tiger Platinum, the other is Tatra Platinum. But yeah, both of those, I bought a 100 count box each. So I've got years worth of blades, so I don't need to buy any more. But I'm going to be going through those as well. So yeah, I also have a couple tugs of the Parker blades that came with a couple of razors. I didn't really like using them because they just turned out to be way too aggressive in those Parker razors, which are already very aggressive in and of themselves. But I might try them in my Mule or even my Edwin Jagger and see how they work. But anyway. Okay, now we're going to finish off with Black Label Aftershave Splash. Yeah, get some of that excess scent in my hair. Why not? But no, that's really invigorating. Wow. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. It's not hurting or anything, but I'm definitely feeling the splash on there. And it's still rather potent. But then again, I haven't used all that much. So anyway, yeah. Once again, this was Dr. John's Black Label Soap. Mule R89. And finished off with the Companion Aftershave. All right, enough of my rambling. Please do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a video. Until next time, this is Mike for Blade and Brush, signing off.